The line is right here, Max. You don't cross the line. Welcome back to another episode of Eric's Camping Adventures. We're going to go on another search today looking for some beautiful places. Hey, we are headed out on a camping trip today. We are not in the Jeep. In fact, we might be in the final trip for the pilot. I may have to find the opening footage with the pilot instead of the Jeep. We are headed to western Oklahoma, where the weather is supposed to be nice all weekend, mild during the day, a little cooler at night, and no rain. So here we go. We're headed out to Black Mesa State Park. So one of the reasons we brought the pilot instead of the Jeep with the trailer and rooftop tent was because it is specifically banned in this park for you to have a trailer in your tent site. And on the two sites that we reserved with Warren and Natalie, it is specifically stated that if you have a trailer, you'll be removed from the park and your reservation canceled. So that's why we're in the pilot today. We tend to be rule followers, and we're just going to avoid any problems. I did talk with the park administrator, and they did say that we could use overflow parking that is right across from our campsite to park our trailer, but we just decided to keep it simple and not have to worry about having our equipment parked in two different places, and we're in the pilot. The brown off to the right side of your screen there is the wheat harvest. It is ready to go. Oklahoma does this early, so you know this video is not a live video. It was shot about a month ago. Our ride through western Oklahoma was relatively uneventful. It was a clear day. I have no idea what happened up ahead, but we certainly had a better day than these folks. Western Oklahoma alternates between prairie and arid climb like a desert, and then short grass prairie. And as we get out to Black Mesa State Park, that's what it is, a short grass prairie. Around the state park, there is some free-range cattle. Don't worry, they don't come into the park. There's cattle gates and barbed wire fence up all around the park to delineate where the grazing ends. We went straight at this sign. We did not camp at the main area of the park. We went back to another entrance to the lake. It's down a hill and down in a depression. It's pretty quiet. At the right-hand corner of the screen, you can just see a sliver of the lake. Rainfall has been pretty sparse in this area, so the lake, Etling Lake, has been pretty low, and you'll see from the videos that the shoreline is deeply receded from the water level being low. Our campsite was down the hill and to the right, and then back up just a little bit of a hill. You can see all the cottonwoods have populated this area down by the lake. Each of the campsites has a sunshade, and boy is it necessary here. The sun gets hot. In fact, this is not an area where there's any hookups, so a little sunshade is necessary. If it's too hot, this probably isn't an appropriate area to camp. We camped here in middle of May, so the temperatures were still tolerable, but that is definitely a concern for the park here. It's a heat advisory most afternoons. I unpacked the Gazelle, and I know a lot of people advertise how quick setup the Gazelle is, but if you don't do it regularly, it took me a little time to remember how to do it again today. But I got it up, got us another sunshade, and Max and I just hung out there until his friends got there. Duncan, Natalie, Remy, and Warren all joined us for this adventure in the lime green 4Runner. Yes, just zip around between those After setting up, we explored around the shoreline of the lake. Again, it's Lake Carl Etling. The elevation out here is 4,300 feet, and it's located in Kenton, Oklahoma, or Cimarron County. It's fed by South Carrizo Creek, and it's about 159 surface acres. And it has about a 5-mile shoreline, so it's not a bad-sized lake for western Oklahoma. They do stock it with largemouth bass, flathead, catfish, walleye, and smallmouth bass. The short grass prairie had a pretty special glistening beauty in the evening sun. I just couldn't resist the shots. After exploring around the eastern campsites in Black Mesa State Park, we settled back down in our campsite, enjoyed a nice quiet evening, and woke up to a beautiful sunrise.
Good morning, Max. Good morning, Max.
The eastern part of the campground was very peaceful. In fact, one of the reasons we made this trip was to kind of check out to see what it would be like as a stopping point on the way to Colorado. 6, 7, 8 maybe hours in the Jeep is a pretty harsh ride, and so I'd like to find a place to stop on the way. Now that I've seen Site 21, 22, and especially 24, I know this would work. you like remote camping, Black Mesa State Park may be the place for you. It's not that remote. The rangers do make regular passes through this side of the campground, but you do have to be aware of the weather. If you're going to tent camp and you have no way to cool off with air conditioning, you just have to be aware of the temperature range here. My own guess for me is that mid-spring and mid-fall is just the best time to hit this place. Well, this coffee is going to get a great day started. It's Black Mesa State Park, but it's not the Black Mesa. We are going to bike to the actual Black Mesa trailhead, and then we're going to hike up to the highest point in Oklahoma. Come back.